Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 1 vs 1 replay casted by myself, and we have another game from the matchup of oGsMC and dSelect. This is game 2. It is a best of 3, and if you did not see that game and you're just now stumbling across this video, please go click that link at the bottom of the screen so you can see game 1. It was an incredibly fascinating game indeed. We saw oGsMC take down dSelect with some really impressive High Templar Sentry Micro. First he would force field behind the army of dSelect and then immediately stormed the entire army, melting it to pieces. And dSelect tried to pick the army up with medevacs, but when he did that, oGsMC threw down some impressive feedbacks, and that was the end of that. So oGsMC with some really impressive play, and of course this is dSelect on the top side, the 12 o'clock position of, actually that's more like 12:15 position of Shattered Temple. And keep in mind, he is an incredibly good player, definitely regarded as one of the best Terran players in North America, if not the world, upon entering MLG Columbus 2011. And on the bottom side, at the 6:15 position, we have the blue Protoss player oGsMC, coming all the way from Korea and definitely considered one of the best Protoss players in the world. So I am super excited to see what happens in this game too. Of course, dSelect probably has revenge on his mind, and keep in mind he did choose this map, so probably has a build order in mind. And also keep in mind, this is the MLG version of Shattered Temple. That means you cannot spawn close to positions, and there are these supply depots on the bottom of the ramp to prevent any bunker pylon wall off shenanigans. It looks like dSelect scouting close air positions first. I don't blame him, and it looks like oGsMC is trying to poke down this supply depot from dSelect. And of course, once again, dSelect really likes this strategy of getting the early 2 supply depots and the barracks, blocking off this ramp just to limit the scouting information of his Protoss opponent. And another reason he could possibly be doing this is because a lot of Protoss players really like to steal your gas, and if the probe can't get in there, the probe can't steal your gas. So oGsMC definitely has 1 or 2 of these things running through his mind when putting down this wall off. And back in oGsMC's side of things, a similar build to game 1, first getting the pylon, then getting the gateway, then getting the gas, then getting a second pylon, and then getting that cybernetics core and the gas. So super standard play as a Protoss to have those units in those structures, I should say, in that order. So definitely nothing out of the ordinary at this point, but I guess something notable is the fact that there is a second gas, so definitely not lending towards any super crazy fast expansion. Definitely looking to either get a Sentry heavy unit composition or to do some sort of Stargate or Dark Templar rush. So the 2 gases definitely implies some sort of tech route, and it looks like dSelect is doing a similar build to last game, putting down that command center, but not similar to last game. He's adding on 2 additional barracks. Now, if you recall, last game he put down a factory instead of these 2 barracks, so definitely trying to change the tempo here, looking to do some sort of Marine Marauder unit composition to try to take down his Protoss opponent. And it's going to be tough. oGsMC, of course, one of the best Protoss players in the world, will probably know how to deal with it, but will he be able to scout it? That is the thing. He is bringing a Stalker up. I would expect the Stalker to run up the ramp just to see what he can gather, and here we go, coming up. Sees 4 Marines. So that definitely doesn't reveal much. I mean, dSelect, from oGsMC's point of view, could still be teching up to Banshees. He could be getting tanks. He could be doing absolutely anything because he did not see a Marauder, so he knows that there is no tech lab on any of these barracks. So just a little bit of information here, but it looks like oGsMC is putting down his natural expansion at a decent time, about the 5:30 mark. So definitely getting a fast expansion out, and his gas count is getting up there, so we'll probably be focusing on that heavy Sentry unit composition. And this was actually a very fast expansion indeed, right after he got that, right after he shooed that initial scouting SCV away. And it looks like he's putting a pylon down on the outside of dSelect's base, so definitely will probably use that in the future. But dSelect did see that probe coming from the bottom left, so will he take that into consideration and check down here for that proxy pylon? for the time being, it looks like he is not. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It looks like oGsMC is coming forward with a Stalker and 2 sentries and a 3rd sentry, and 2 gateways are being finished behind this. Warp gate is done, so he will be able to warp in some units straight away, and this Marine will walk to his death at a sentry as the sentry pokes his flashlight. And oh my gosh, dSelect lifting back up into his main, so definitely not feeling good about what he saw from oGsMC, even though there was an expansion there. So a little bit confusing of a play by dSelect, and oGsMC comes forward with 4 stalkers and 4 sentries. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess dSelect did make the right move, because I guess this force really wouldn't be able to take that on. So definitely some really good play from oGsMC here, spreading out his army and force fielding down the ramp. And ladies and gentlemen, this is never a situation you want to be in as a Terran player, because oGsMC can simply just sit at the bottom of his ramp all day and continue force fielding the ramp off, not letting dSelect get out of his base. And at the same time, keep in mind, oGsMC saturating both bases, and continually as this game goes along will keep getting ahead economically unless dSelect finds some way to break out of this containment, or lifts off and takes this command center or something. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And it looks like oGsMC has a nice spread of his units, making sure to be prepared. He will want to abuse that concave once dSelect decides to poke down and come out of his main expansion and back. And dSelect's base is getting a Ghost Academy. No Ghost yet on the way, is bringing a Sacrificial Marine down to see what's going on, but it looks like that Marine is the luckiest Marine alive right now. He was not isolated from his opponent. Looks like, here we go, dSelect may come down, did wield back his gun, but is taking it back out. And will he EMP? Yes, he EMP'd once, EMP'd twice, got a few sentries, but not enough. oGsMC will have a superior concave here, but has to be careful, is losing quite a few units here. But keep in mind, he does have 1 force field. That was his last force field, so he will not have any remaining force fields to hold this off. And he does have quite a few stalkers though, so we'll see if the concave will be enough. It looks like dSelect's command center does get eliminated, but here we go. He is going to pursue oGsMC's back toward his base, stimming up, bringing his SCVs as well, trying to kill this army from oGsMC. And will it be enough? It looks like it will be. But something to consider is how many units he's lost and how many SCVs, and the fact that he already lost his natural expansion. He knows he cannot get back into the game. He is so far behind, so he's just going to attack with everything he has. dSelect bringing forward all of his SCVs. They finally get a break from mining and finally get to partake in the battles they hear about in stories from their fellow Marine and Marauder friends. And here we go. It is their time to shine. Coming forward, waiting for the reinforcement, and oGsMC is trying to prepare himself. Only has 3 probes and 3 stalkers, bringing forward every single one of his probes at his natural expansion, trying to deal with this push. And here come reinforcing SCVs and Marauders, but an Immortal gets out, and that will actually be a huge help for oGsMC's army. And what are his upgrades like? 0-0, but that won't matter, because it looks like he may be able to clean this up, but looks like dSelect is going to focus down that Immortal. I'm not sure that dSelect did enough damage to make that attack worth it, and no, he did not. So dSelect loses game 2 and goes down 2-0 to oGsMC. So oGsMC takes down one of the best Terran players in North America with relative ease, beating him 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this matchup between dSelect and oGsMC. Please stay tuned for more videos from MLG Columbus 2011. I definitely intend on casting some more replays, and of course, if you want to see more of me, check me out on Sundays and Mondays. I do cast the Go for SC2 Cups live, and go ahead and check on that at justin.tv/AxelToss. So once again, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it.